Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We're here at Silver Creek High School in San Jose, California on July 10th for the Four Corners main event elimination rules matchup for the vacant APW championship. Here we have coming to the ring first, the Gigolo Vinny Massaro with his beautiful valet, Vanity.
That's right, John. The reason for tonight's matchup, after last show, everyone saw Max Marquez interfere and help Vinny win the belt from Max. So President of the Pro Ring Council, Dave Williams, felt it was another tainted victory for the heavyweight champion, which was Vinny, and he took the title away. But this time, instead of giving it back to Max Justice, he put it up for grabs with all four opponents: Michael Modest, Bad Boy, Boyce LeGrande, the Gigolo Vinny Massaro, and Max Justice.
That's right, many controversial matches leading up to this match here tonight. The one in Pinole with Boyce versus Max Justice for the title on May 1st. Also the one where Icebox caused Modest a matchup where Justice regained the championship. It's going to be one hell of a match tonight. I'm really looking forward to it.
This matchup, hopefully, John, will settle the score and finally give us a true champion. I really don't feel that Max Justice has really won the title cleanly in all his title defenses and even to gain the title. So hopefully this matchup will give us a true champion, and I'm pulling for the rookies myself, either the Gigolo Vinny Massaro or the Bad Boy.
That's right, Dynasty Incorporated, Jason Dedridge, Shane Dynasty, Little Nasty, Icebox has all been interfering in the matches and costing and helping Max win the championship. I hope something be done about that sooner or later.
Well, John, you got to remember earlier to start off the show, Shane and Jason Dedridge have fired Icebox.
That's right.
They feel that Mr. Icebox is more suitable to be on roller skates than in the wrestling ring. So Icebox is no longer part of TWD and Dynasty Inc. And here we have, ladies and gentlemen, donning a new look with the shaved head is the natural one, Michael Modest.
Recently voted the #1 independent wrestler of the year in Woo on the internet, and a great website that is. Michael Modest recently just came back from a tour in LA in the WPW promotion over a successful match with the fun boy Dominic Morgan. His confidence here tonight, I think he might pull it out. He's pulled it out many times here in APW.
Here we go to our next contestant in this matchup, and here you hear the music. Everyone knows who that is. None other than the Bad Boy, Boyce LeGrande.
Boyce LeGrande, always full of energy, always exciting to watch in the ring. I think he's going to be flying around the ring tonight. He's going to pull out all stops to win this championship tonight, Gabe.
Well, Boyce does recall the taste of victory and the taste of being the champion for a split second back in Pinole on May 1st. So you know that his heart is set on getting that title back, along with the Gigolo. But again, in that ring, you still have Michael Modest and Max Justice, and those guys have years of experience, and they've been here before.
Do you think the hatred that Modest has for Justice will get in his way of the championship and just want to get in a piece of Justice might cost him the title here?
Well, Michael Modest is a true professional, and Michael really wants to get that belt back. He really feels the belt belongs around his waist, and he wants that belt back at any cost, whether it be going through Vinny, Boyce, and maybe taking out some of the guys from TWD. I do not know, but I know Michael is focused, and I think he'd be more of a true professional than putting the hatred aside and concentrating on getting the belt back. But you never know, Mike might have a little mean streak inside of him and take a quick little blows at him.
And here comes the most controversial group of wrestlers in APW history, Dynasty Incorporated, TWD, Total World Domination, one unstoppable force.
TWD totally responsible for the last show's melee and havoc that took place. As you saw, little Dynasty boy took the referee's shirt and made himself the referee, but the Brown Bomber, Robert Thompson, cut him short. Icebox takes Robert Thompson out the ring, and Jason Dedridge was left to do the referee job. But Max Marquez was way ahead of TWD and cost him the title. So maybe this time you might think TWD might stop looking about taking over the world and concentrate on this matchup.
That's right, Max Marquez coming up short on Max Justice there on the title. Very controversial matchup. Vinny Massaro with the chair to the head, got the pinfall. We all thought a new Universal Champion was crowned, but little do we know, title was changed, held up here tonight in San Jose, California again.
A lot of these fans aren't too happy to see TWD here at ringside. A lot of these fans were present during the beginning of the show when Max Justice just manhandled Miss Cherry Bomb, and they put a beating on Nathaniel Sweet and put a couple blows to Miss Cherry Bomb as well. It's not too many people are happy to see these guys at ringside again. Here's Boyce Alexander.
Finally, someone has taken Dynasty Incorporated out here. We're finally going to have, hopefully, one APW champion crowned tonight. I love this decision.
Roland wants Shane Dynasty and Jason Dandridge thrown out the building. And he said not the back door, but the front door. And APW security has escorted these gentlemen out of the building, and that leaves Max Justice alone to defend his title. And this is probably the first time that Max has come to ringside with no one at his side to help him defend that title. This might be what Michael, Boyce, and Vinny have been waiting for.
Yeah, but I've always said, Gabe, that Max Justice really doesn't need those other jokers at ringside. He's a veteran, a proven veteran here in APW, and I think he can still win this title without the help of those three idiots.
Well, we'll have to wait and see, but you got to remember, Max Justice has not won that belt cleanly once. And you can see he's really upset at Roland Alexander. He knows that Jason and Shane have a lot to do with him being champion. So maybe Max feels that he's a bit more even and doesn't have the upper hand like he always does in all his matchups.
Well, this is a total psychological help for actually Vinny, Boyce, and Mike. It's going to be one great matchup here, and I'm looking forward to see how Max is going to handle this situation right now.
This match has 5-star potential written all over it. The possible matchups in the ring is endless. You guys have Gigolo taking on Boyce, which was match of the year in 1998. You have Boyce taking on Modest. You have Boyce taking on Justice. I mean, the endless matchups in this event is truly awesome. It has 5-star potential written all over it.
Also, we had a heated rivalry of Max and Modest. Right here could come to a conclusion tonight. I'm telling you, it's a hot night here tonight, and it's going to get even hotter in the ring.
And is it me, but is Miss Vanny donning the same colored outfit as Michael Modest here at ringside?
Interesting, Dave.
And there you have Michael Modest letting the ref know that he has not checked the bad boy. And as you can see, Michael Modest is totally focused. He was totally focused, and he knows that the ref has to do his job, and Mike wants no rock being unturned.
Well, this is a great strategy by Modest. He knows that Boyce and Vinny are both young athletes, both eager to get in there. They're thinking about the moment. They're not thinking about later. Brilliant move by Modest. Of course, fans, the rules of the elimination match here. It's pinfall, disqualification, countout. Any of those decisions rendered on an opponent has to go back to the locker room. His night is done. The winner is the last man standing here. It's going to be just a crazy match and a great matchup. I'm really looking forward to it.
Well, let's keep something in mind now. It seems to see that Modest, Boyce, and Vinny are seemingly taking each other's sides towards Max Justice, and it might be a 3-on-1 situation here for Max.
Starting off here is the Gigolo Vinny Massaro and Bad Boy Boyce LeGrande. Bad Boy getting the crowd behind him here. They love the Bad Boy in San Jose. They always have. I think he might come out with this one.
Well, they're at ringside. I just got a quick glimpse of little Dynasty Boy. So it seems that Roland only got rid of Jason Dedrich and Shane Dynasty. So I guess Max is not alone. He still has little Dynasty Boy at ringside with him. How much help that's going to be, I don't know.
Side headlock by Boyce LeGrande. Vinny Massaro trying to work out of it here. Boyce up, out with the hammerlock by Vinny Massaro. These guys know each other. They've been feuding all day. Nice drop toe by Boyce LeGrande. Spin over to a headlock.
Boyce LeGrande going quick to the mat. And he knows that Vinny Massaro very well. He's worked with him many times. So he knows what the Gigolo has.
Boyce LeGrande starting off slowly here. Taking his time. Doesn't want to rush anything. Shows a lot of experience happening in this young athlete, Boyce LeGrande. Vinny Massaro with the hammerlock, working on Boyce LeGrande here. Riding, making Boyce carry his weight. Smart move by Vinny Massaro.
You gotta wonder what's going through the mind of Maxx Justice right now. He comes to ringside with his normal entourage, and now they're taken from him. And you gotta be wondering what's going through his mind as far as how he's gonna do this alone. For the first time, at least this year, Maxx Justice will go at it alone. I really doubt that little Dynasty Boy will have anything to do with this matchup.
Also, what's going through the mind of the two young athletes in the ring right now, Vinny Massaro and Boyce LeGrande. They're back here in the main event. Even though they've been here before, they're still young in this sport, and I think that this might be a little overwhelming. They don't have the experience. I think it's going to come down to possibly Moss or Maxx, but you never know. These two young athletes are surprising us all in APW. Vinny Massaro, Rookie of the Year in 1998. Boyce LeGrande, that guy is exciting and true natural in the ring. It's anyone's matchup. That's why I love this match so much. What a great match.
You can't take none of these young guys lightly. You gotta remember, everyone didn't think that Vinny Massaro had a chance against Maxx Justice. Vinny took the title. No one thought Boyce LeGrande had a chance to Pinole take the title.
Maxx Justice trips and falls on the garbage can, losing his focus there. Little Tiny Nasty in the way.
Vinny having a great time in the ring, laughing at the expense of Maxx Justice, and Maxx wants no part of the fans laughing at him, but how could they not?
Oh my God.
And
Vinny Massaro having a good time in the ring.
Woo. Vinny holding his ribs. He can't help but to laugh here at Maxx. And little Dynasty Boy looks lost at ringside.
Maxx just about as red as an apple right now. He is furious. That might not be a good thing. That might be a bad thing because, you know, Maxx Justice, he's one crazy nut. He goes all out every time he gets in that ring.
Oh, and Michael Mott spits in the face of Maxx Justice. And
Michael Mott, the old school boy in the back tricks. Oh my God, getting in the head of the big guy.
And like I said, it looks like these three guys are going to match up against Maxx Justice. And Maxx, again, is outnumbered. 3 against 1.
Maxx walking around the ring trying to get in the face of all the fans. He has to jump back in the ring, rub off this little embarrassment, and get focused again.
Well, this match has taken a quick stall since the little I fall on the garbage can incident on Maxx's part.
I feel like I'm at the improv.
Yeah. So let's see if we can get this match started again with Boyce and Vinny Massaro and get this 4-corner elimination match started.
Collar and elbow lock up. Back into the headlock again. As you can see, fans, a lot of the wrestlers here not trying to start off to a nice side headlock takedown. There's Vandy, very concerned about her man, Gigolo. A lot of that at stake in this matchup. Back to a vertical base. Boyce LeGrande wrenching down the headlock. Into the corner where Modest is. Will he try to help out? Nice elbow by Vinny Massaro. And another elbow. Modest staying away. Letting the young guys wear themselves out here. Pretty smart by the veteran. Nice arm drag takeover. Nice. Boyce LeGrande looks like his focus right here on Vinny Massaro's arm, working on the arm, getting the hammerlock on the vertical base. Looks like Boyce has some strategy here tonight.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how Maxx and Michael Modest handle this matchup. They're ring veterans, and they probably will let these guys work themselves out and tire down and take their time and take a pace in the match, and they pace themselves.
Of course, fans, any of the wrestlers who tag any wrestlers, I want to look forward to when Modest goes to tag Maxx or vice versa, Maxx tags Modest. Nice snap move by Boyce LeGrande, snapping the arm on the top rope. What great agility by the youngster.
And that's a good question. Do you think Michael Modest would go look for the tag to Maxx Justice?
Boyce all the way up to the top rope. All the way down, the leg drop, continue to work on the arm. Boyce LeGrande obviously had the plan, and he's going to take off a part of each wrestler. Smart move by Boyce LeGrande. Tag into Michael Modest, the natural one. Up to the second rope. Down with the double axe down to the arm.
So far, Vinny Massaro's been in the ring longer than anyone else.
Michael Modest reverses the arm buster maneuver. Chop to the chest. Another chop to the chest. And a third chop to the chest. Really laying in on the youngster, Vinny Massaro. Flip down. And there's a man with the arm buster. Michael Modest. That's one of his patented moves. Oh, reverse arm buster. Oh, that was sick. That was sick. Backwards the arm. Modest continuing what Boyce started, working on Vinny's arm. Looks like they're going to try to get Vinny out first. And we're nice chop by Modest in the corner. Back out of the corner. Modest reverse. Into a nice hit scissors takedown. Michael Modest showing that he's been on a roll this last week with his match in LA. And off the ropes. Boyce made the blind tag. I don't think Vinny. Modest doesn't even see it. Nice spin wheel kick. Only a 2 count by referee Matt Fisher.
And Boyce and Michael Modest really took a working to Vinny's arm. Let's see how much of that effect that'll have on Vinny throughout the matchup.
Body slam into a leg drop of Boyce LeGrande. Maxx Justice doesn't look eager to get in that range and let these 3 guys wear themselves out, and he's going to be left with the pickings and take them out. Reversal by Maxx Justice. Leapfrog by Boyce. Super kick by Boyce for the quick cover.
That could be it.
2 count, still early, fans.
And Maxx is still the only person not to enter the ring.
Modest goes down. Only a 2 count again. Boyce showing his frustration. He's going to keep going right back to it. Long time in this one.
You got to remember, in this matchup, if you get pinned, you have to leave. You don't win the belt. You don't win until you're the last man in the ring. So Maxx can let these guys pin themselves all they want. All he's worried about is the last man standing in the ring, which he wants to be him.
Nice series of nip-ups. Modest taking out the legs. Showing that these guys are the best of the athletes in APW. I'm telling you, that's why APW is so hot in the independent scene right now.
Big forearm to the corner. Michael Modest taking out Maxx Justice. I guess a little wake-up call to let Maxx in. He is part of a matchup.
Vinny Massaro out on the ground, caught by surprise. Should have been more concentrated in the match in the corner. Boyce caught him sleeping. Moss and Boyce circling around each other. Boyce still trying to get the fans behind him. Modest.
There you have one of our many APW fans holding up their sign, Michael Modest, showing who his favorite wrestler in APW is. And it looks like this kid pulled out his favorite crayons to make this poster, but nonetheless, showing his love for his favorite APW superstar, the natural one, Michael Modest.
Side headlock by Modest. Reverse into the headlock by Boyce again. Oh, into a chin breaker by Modest. Nicely done. Tags in Vinny Massaro. Vinny working on Boyce with some chops. Sent him into the ropes. Boyce ducks a clothesline. Misses a kick. Vinny picks him up. It doesn't move the bitch slap. It could be over for Boyce right here. 1, 2.
Oh, and the referee very slow to the count. I think Boyce got an extra 2 seconds on that count. The referee was very slow. That might have kept Boyce in this matchup.
That extra 2 seconds.
Wait, and there you have Michael Modest communicating with Vanity, and Vanity bringing Michael Modest a bottle of water.
What's going on here?
It's a signs of things to come. Who knows, ladies and gentlemen?
Unbelievable. I don't know if this is going to be good for Vinny or not. Big body slam, Maxx. Maxx tagging in, putting the boots to the young Boyce LeGrande.
And Maxx finally gets in this ring. Let's see how much frustration
Big right
he
hand
has.
by Maxx Justice. Really laying it in, taking all his earlier frustrations out on Boyce. Has him up. Looks like a big running power slam. Maxx Justice, 6'5", nearly 300 pounds. An awesome specimen here in APW. Tags in Vinny Massaro.
And Maxx stay in the ring for too long. Goes to work on Vinny. And Vinny is the only man who's been in his ring just about almost the whole period of this matchup. And Vinny has to remember he has to pace himself. He is a little bit underestimating his ability to keep winning here.
Within the corner, Boyce LeGrande. Boyce took a lot of punishment from Maxx early. Vinny's going to try to work on it, take advantage of what Maxx did earlier. The veterans modest, as you can see, are outside the ring. They're letting these young guys work. They're letting these young guys go. Smart move by the veterans. Boyce gets the boot up. To a nice, reverse the spinning DDT. Flip over by snap. Reverse that. I don't even know what to call that maneuver. That was just awesome. Unbelievable move pulled out by Boyce LeGrande. Vinny Massaro flat on his face in the ring. Tag in the Maxx. This don't look good for the Gigolo. Big boot to the ribs. Maxx holding nothing back here tonight. He wants that championship bad. Heavy rights in the corner. The former champion. Whipped into the ropes. This looks like his patented monkey flip at that corner. Vinny Massaro taken all the way to the other side of the ring. Unbelievable. Unbelievable agility for the big man, Maxx Justice.
And there you have it. Maxx Justice tags in Michael Modest. Michael Modest wasn't paying attention. He slaps him. He's in the ring now.
Big forearm by Maxx Justice. By Modest, fans. Whipped into the rope. Big clothesline. Modest should be jumping right on for the pin. I don't know if it's good. He should jump on this. He got to win the tie. Got to eliminate these guys.
Vicious clothesline by Michael Modest. Reminds me of Stan Hansen in All Japan Wrestling. Just a vicious clothesline.
Shades of Stan Hansen. I think Michael Modest made a mistake. He should have jumped on Vinny Massaro right there. Got the pinfall. He tags in Boyce LeGrande. Boyce LeGrande working on the midsection. Going with the top forearm to the back. Into a chop. Vinny Massaro taking a lot of abuse here in this match. Looks like everyone's going to try to sing out. Nice spin wheel kick by Boyce LeGrande.
Vinny taking all the abuse from all three wrestlers tonight. Modest, Bad Boy, and Maxx Justice have all giving the boots to Vinny Massaro. And there you have it. Boyce LeGrande tagged in Maxx Justice. And this just means more abuse for Vinny Massaro.
Vinny Massaro not getting any breaks here in this matchup tonight. Whip into the ropes by Maxx. Ducks the close by Vinny. Vinny with a nice high cross body. But he could not make it cover. Too much punishment taken. It looks like Vinny's
just flat out tired.
Vinny
He is exhausted.
Boyce coming in with hard rights. Nice forearm to the head. Whipping to the ropes. Big clothesline by Maxx Justice. Taking the head off of the Bad Boy. And Maxx is still wounded from those hard forearm shots. Oh, now he's getting back up the vertical base, and that's not good for Boyce LeGrande. Another whip into the ropes. Sky high backdrop by Maxx Justice.
Big back body drop. I think Boyce almost hit the top of the ceiling and took those ring lights out. Maxx Justice was with one of the biggest backdrops in pro wrestling today.
At 6'5", you're coming down at least 8 feet in the air. It's unbelievable. Boyce with the quickness, reverse tags in Michael Modest. Modest with the forearm takes Maxx down.
And here's the opportunity for Michael Modest to get his chance back at Maxx Justice without having TWD at ringside.
But Maxx showing his power, manhandling Modest in the corner. Vinny pushes Boyce on the top into the guardrail.
Boyce takes a guardrail out, and Vinny goes to the outside to work on Boyce. And then you have little Dynasty Boy watching on and sees Maxx Justice putting Michael Moss in a bear hug.
Vinny Massaro working on Boyce on the outside. You knew this was going to happen, folks. This match is going to go turn crazy, turn loose. I didn't think one ref can handle all 4 men in this matchup. Vinny slamming Boyce's head into the guardrail. Vinny taking advantage.
Again, you can see Vinny is huffing and puffing a bit. He's taking so much abuse in this matchup. He's going to have to pace himself. He is not pacing himself. It's going to end up hurting him in the end. He has to catch his wind. He has to catch his breath.
Boyce LeGrande up. Vinny catches him. No. Boyce reverses the head scissors. Nicely done.
And again, Vinny Massaro is on the other end of a beating. He's tired. He's being abused. This is going to cause Vinny Massaro. He's not being focused. He does not have a mental theory of what he has to do tonight.
High fly crossbody to the outside of Boyce LeGrande. Vinny Massaro just not getting no break. People are taking advantage of him. I don't know how much Vinny can go here, Gabe.
I don't see Vinny Massaro staying in this matchup too much longer. He's just getting too much abuse, and Vanny just watches and can't believe what she sees as her man, the jailer Vinny Massaro, just getting beaten to a pulp.
Michael Moss working on Maxx in the ring. Maxx catches him. Well, Boyce into his Boyce blockbuster. Moss is for the cover. Referee out of position. Wait, not going to count the pinfall. Right there, Boyce was a legal man in the ring. He tagged in. Matt Fisher did not count the pinfall for Modest, so he's out of the ring. Little disagreement here in the matchup. But Modest has to leave the ring.
As you see, Maxx Justice wants no part of this. It makes no difference who pins who. There still will leave 3 men left in that ring. It doesn't matter who pins who.
Double fisherman's bomb by Modest and Vinny Massaro, taken apart, working on the top of the neck on Boyce LeGrande. Vinny Massaro taking advantage of this situation here. Boyce is down. Whip it to the rope. Big elbow by the Jello. Showing his little confidence there. Looks like he's back in this matchup. But I still think he took way too much punishment early in this matchup. He's gonna have to get smart move there. Vinny Massaro make Boyce LeGrande carry his weight with this side headlock. A very smart move by a very young man here. Showing some experience. Like I said, 1998 Rookie of the Year. Vinny Massaro taking advantage here with the side headlock. Boyce trying to get the fans into it. The fans are wild and intense and crazy, focused on this matchup. They want to see a new APW champion crown here tonight. Boyce here in the van. He's getting a little second winner. That was the mix. Oh, Vinny Massaro pulling the hair. Matt Fisher, the referee. That's all legal. It's all legal. He has a 5 count. All the referee can warn him.
Vinny Massaro with a wink to Michael Modest. So you begin to wonder and think here in this matchup, will there be a little help from one another? Vinny Massaro winks on Michael Modest. Bad Boy and Modest and Boyce all team up on Maxx. Begin to wonder as this match proceeds and moves forward, who's going to help who's going to be on whose side, you just don't know. They have to remember this matchup is for the title, so they can't be friends for too long in this matchup because they'll face each other down the line.
Michael Modest tagged in. Vinny Massaro, Modest double team Boyce with a clothesline. Hard chop to Boyce. Another hard chop. Boyce is taking his last punishment here. A lot of punishment here in his last 2 minutes. Boyce straddled on the second turbo into a neck break by Michael Modest. Michael Modest once again playing their crowd. I think he should jump on Boyce, get the pinfall, concentrate on the next opponent, get him out of the ring.
And you see Maxx just watching these men work, taking their abuse, taking their bumps. As he watches everyone do the work, he catches his breath and relaxes on ringside.
A tilt-a-whirl front face slam by Michael Modest. I've not seen that move ever. Innovate Modest with a little cradle here. A little amateur style shown by Modest here. Got a 1 count. Referee once again out of position.
You gotta wonder, Maxx Justice, by the time he comes to the ring, he's always been fresh. He's always the fresh man in. He's at ringside catching his breath, taking his time. So I guess not having Shane Dynasty has not affected Maxx Justice's sense of thinking here in the ring. He's been at ringside most of the whole matchup. He's a fresh man. By the time he's tagged in, he's one up on everyone in the ring. He hasn't taken hardly any abuse. Vinny Massaro and Boyce LeGrande have taken the most abuse in this matchup. So you gotta think, Maxx Justice does not really need those men at ringside. He's still a smart wrestler. He's a ring veteran. As you can see, once again, they go to Michael Modest. They do not go to Maxx Justice. How that's going to affect this matchup, who knows? Only time will tell. But as you can see, Maxx is still at ringside, relaxing.
Nice drop kick by Modest. Vinny Massaro with the Russian leg sweep. Nice double team maneuvers. These guys will make one good tag team maybe. But right now it's all for the gold. Right now they're working together. Their common goal is to get Boyce LeGrande out. Maybe after to work on Maxx Justice, and then they'll settle it for the APW championship. That looks like their strategy tonight.
Many people were beginning to wonder when Roland Alexander was in and put an ending to TWD's
Modest with a
tactics in the ring.
slingshot. Vinny Massaro with a neckbreaker. Nicely done maneuver. The fans are going crazy. Vinny doing a little Vinny gigolo strut in the ring. Once again, tagging in Michael Modest.
Roland Alexander has finally stepped in and put a hinder in DWD's plans. But how long did it take Roland Alexander to step in and stop Shane Dynasty and Jason Dedridge? All year long, Jason Dedridge and Shane Dynasty have done what they wanted. They come and go when they want, and they do what they want. And it's good to see that Roland Alexander finally step in and put a stop to all this BS that goes on.
Boyce sent in double elbow. Michael Modest and Vinny up. Boyce tries to block with some kicks. Back up. Unbelievable series of moves. Big double close by Boyce LeGrande. Michael Modest, Vinny Massaro late on their backs. The Boyce, a lot of punishment in the last 5 minutes in this matchup. Looks like he's trying to work his way over to make a tag. And Maxx Justice.
And there you have the tag to Maxx. But look how fresh Maxx is. Full of energy, energetic. He saved his energy, and that just means abuse for Vinny Massaro.
Whipping the rope. A big splash in the corner by Maxx Justice with a high heel out of the corner. Vinny Massaro taking a nasty, nasty spill. High drop kick by the 6'5" former champion. Awesome agility on the big 300-pounder.
Maxx just pulling all stops with a drop kick.
Oh, low blow by Maxx Justice. All the ref can do is just warn him. Vanny looking concerned over her wrestler, Gigolo Vinny Massaro. Boyce LeGrande tagged in. Maxx Justice comes in the ring, spent about a minute there, and he once again tags out the Boyce.
Quick work on Maxx Justice's part.
High leg drop by the Boyce LeGrande.
And tags out. So now he's letting the other men do all the work. And Maxx is back at ringside, taking his time, catching his breath. The ring psychology of this man is phenomenal. He's letting all these guys do their own work as he watches them beat themselves. I think this might give Maxx a total advantage.
I've always said that Maxx just does not need Dynasty Incorporated, TWD. He don't need no one. He's a smart man, a veteran. That's why he's a former APW champion. Sure, he has help, but there's a lot of athletic ability, a lot of gifted athletic ability in that 6'5" frame of his. Big chop. Oh, into a choke. Referee has a 5 count to break it. Maxx using all of the 4 count, breaking that 5. Smart move. Here comes the hard chops by Maxx, putting the abuse on the young athlete Vinny Massaro. There's a little dynasty cheering his man on. Getting in the ear of Vanity. Rake of the eyes by Maxx. Once again with the shortcut maneuvers. Little teamwork. Drop kick off the top by Boyce. Hold by Maxx.
And the fans here cheering on the Gigolo.
So crisscross here in the ring here. Drop down by Boyce. Leap ball by Boyce. Vinny Massaro catches Boyce. Sends him back into the ropes. Nice sequence of moves. Knee to the gut by Boyce. Ooh. Interesting maneuver by Boyce LeGrande. Looks like he was trying to go for a head scissor or something. Vinny Massaro landing on top of his head. Oh, Vinny Massaro catching Boyce LeGrande here into a running lion bomb. Oh, but he's taking so much of punishment in the last couple minutes. This match cannot cover Boyce for a pinfall. This match has been brutal on especially Vinny and Boyce LeGrande. Anytime one of these guys can be out of it, if just one makes the cover here.
Well, let's see when Michael Moss tags in. Michael Moss has not been in the ring for a while himself. So I guess these two ring veterans are letting the young guys do all the work.
Matt Fisher, the referee here, laying the 10 count. Both men are up by 8. Nice chin breaker by Boyce LeGrande. Vinny Massaro out on his feet in the ring. Nice forearms by Boyce LeGrande in the corner. Modest makes a blind tag. Slingshot. Modest catches here is his move. The Death Valley driver, the running Death Valley driver. Oh, there it is. Modest covers. Oh, is not covering for the pin. Surprising at that. Modest tags in Vinny Massaro. The action is fast and furious here. I can barely call this match. Unbelievable. Vinny Massaro looks like he's going for a moonsault. But Maxx catches him, throws him back. Vinny lands on the back of his head. Boyce LeGrande makes for the cover. Referee. Only a 2 count.
There's Vinny's ring inexperience as far as championship bouts. Why would he want to go for a high impact move at that time? He could have went for a quick pin. If he went for the high impact, it bit him in the rear. He has to focus. Remember, this matchup is for the heavyweight title. He has to focus. He has to focus.
Michael Modest shaking the ropes, costing Boyce LeGrande loses footing on the top. Vinny Massaro is sitting to the top rope. Nice forearms.
This might cost Vinny. He's too tired to be going on the top rope. He should be working on the mat.
Boyce with some nice shots in the midsection. Oh! Nice blockbuster move off the top rope. 1, 2, 3. Vinny Massaro is eliminated. He'll have to go back. Maxx Justice taking over a weak Boyce LeGrande. Going right into it. Smart move by the veteran, taking advantage. And a big power slam by Maxx Justice.
Vinny Massaro went to the second rope when he shouldn't have, and it cost him his opportunity to get the title back. And Maxx just again comes in the ring, gives some punishment, and tags out and back to catching his breath.
Michael Moss taking him down into a cradle position. Boyce LeGrande barely getting out of that 2 count, squirming out of it. Looks like Boyce still has a little left in him.
Now we're down to 3 contestants here in this 4-cornered elimination tag match. Vinny Massaro has been eliminated. That leaves Maxx Justice, Michael Moss, and the bad boy Boyce LeGrande.
Michael Moss here has a camera clutch, rolling him forward into a position. Boyce LeGrande once again just barely escaping elimination, squirming out of the cradle. Michael Modest taking advantage here.
How much more can Bad Boy take? He's been taking the abuse all night long. Michael Moore laying in those heavy forearms with a vicious clothesline.
Big clothesline by Michael Modest. Tags and Maxx Justice. Big right hand by Boyce LeGrande. Oh, chopped in the chest, but Boyce is out of it. Look, he's sunk in the corner. He is winded. He's been in the ring a lot this time. This match about 20 minutes long by now. I think Boyce has been in the ring at least 13 to 15 minutes of it.
That chop just echoes a whole gym. And Maxx Justice just beating on Bad Boy.
Picking his shots. Punch here, a kick there. Measuring up Boyce.
How much more he can take, John, I have no idea. Now here you have Michael Moss and Maxx taking turns on beating on Bad Boy.
I don't think I would ever see that again. Of course, many know they're former tag team partners in the Border Patrol, but this heated rivalry has started many months ago. Boyce LeGrande with the reverse, but Modest, the fresher of the two, but no, Boyce takes him over. Only a 2 count by Matt Fisher. Modest back on his feet. Boyce, barely said DDT right on the top of the head on Boyce LeGrande. Michael, I think it's just a matter of time before Boyce is out of this matchup, Gabe.
There again, Michael Modest tags in Maxx Justice.
Whipping to the rope by Maxx Justice. Boyce with a sunset flip reversal, and Maxx. Wait a second. Oh. Big boot. Modest just taking the shots on both men here.
But why would Michael Modest stop Boyce from pinning Maxx Justice? That makes no sense to me. Unless Michael Modest wants to meet Maxx Justice one-on-one to settle the score. It would make no sense on why he would stop Boyce from pinning Maxx. That would leave Boyce versus Michael Modest.
High monkey flip out of the corner by Maxx Justice. Boyce LeGrande taking all the punishment, but the two veterans here of APW. Modest coming in the ring now. Walking slowly, not spending too much energy, trying to rush things. He knows he has a youngster on his back legs.
And Boyce LeGrande is laying in some very weak shots. He is tired. He's taking a beating. Who knows how much more he can take. Modest just lay him down and pin him and put him out of this match. Boyce is just completely flabbergasted, out of breath. How much more he can take, John, I have no idea. The ref should almost stop Michael Modest from abusing it. Oh my God. Big second rope stomp to the stomach on Boyce LeGrande.
Boyce LeGrande sucking air here in this matchup. It's really hot in this gym tonight here in a hot July. APW definitely too hot to handle here tonight. And I think Boyce LeGrande, even though it's a great athlete, great charismatic person, but I think it's just too much in this matchup. The veterans are just taking control here. Modest laying in the stomps. Boyce is sunken in the corner. It looks like he's done. It's a matter of time before Modest whips him out on the back of the head of Boyce LeGrande. Michael Modest like a well-oiled machine just taking apart.
Michael Modest looks like he's having fun here abusing Boyce LeGrande. And he yells some threats towards Maxx Justice's way, and Maxx could care less what Modest is saying. He's enjoying watching him beat up on Bad Boy as he catches his breath. And who knows how much longer Boyce can take this punishment. But Boyce is a tough opponent, tough young kid. I see him making a comeback, but for how much longer, I don't know.
Boyce showing a little energy here into a nice reverse DDT. But Boyce once again, he had a little burst of energy, but reality caught to him, and he's down. Fans are trying to get behind him and trying to get the chant going. Boyce trying to hear the cheers, trying to get a little second win. Michael Modest, little dazed after that reverse DDT. Boyce going to work with the right hands in the corner. Reversal. Michael Modest takes a nasty spill in the corner, back on his feet. Boyce to the road, spin wheel kick. Michael Modest down. Looks like Boyce LeGrande's getting his second win. He's pumped.
This is the time Michael Modest would want to tag out, and this is even more of a time for Bad Boy to tag out, catch his breath. Here you go, Boyce going to second rope.
A variation of the stunner off the second turnbuckle, a forward flip. First time I've seen that maneuver. Bad Boy LeGrande shocking us here. He has Michael Modest down. He needs to take advantage of Modest. Boyce LeGrande cutting off the tag there. I still think these guys are too much for Boyce. Tagging by Modest. I don't think Boyce saw that.
Maxx is waiting to get in, and there he's in. It's 2 against 1.
Backdrop into a powerbomb.
That's the old Amiga Border Patrol finisher. And it seems that Michael Modest and Maxx just are working together. Well, why, I have no idea. Like I said before, unless Michael Modest wants Maxx all to himself to settle the score. Bad Boy just taking so much abuse. This could be it. And here you have the inverted Death Valley driver.
Oh, back of the neck on Boyce LeGrande.
That has to be it, John. That's just simply just too much abuse.
Michael Modest picking up Boyce here. What does he have in plan?
Michael Modest down on his knees. Going for the big chokes and stand on Michael Modest's back. That's nearly 8 feet. Vicious choke
slam by Maxx Justice. Boyce LeGrande, if he can get up from that, I'll be really surprised. That's it. Boyce LeGrande back in the shower. Another day for you, my friend.
And here we have it, folks. the matchup we all wanted to see. Michael Modest taking on Maxx Justice.
Michael Modest throwing Boyce out of the ring. He wants Maxx one-on-one. This is what these fans came to see. These two veterans, these legends of APW here. As you see what's on the line there, the APW Universal Championship.
It's coming home. Dynasty.
Little Dynasty boy counting his chickens before they hatch.
Michael Modest laying in a shoulder block does not move Maxx. He might take a little more strategy than that. Can overpower the big man. Modest runs the ropes again. Another big shoulder tackle. Maxx just is not moving an inch. He's like a big redwood tree.
Why would Michael Modest want to go power for power versus Maxx Justice? There's no way Michael Modest can hang with brute strength with Maxx Justice.
Oh, there's that Modest, the veteran, taking nice forearms. Big shoulder tackle by Modest, taking Maxx off his feet, using all that force, take him down. Northern Lights suplex with the bridge, nicely done. Referee for the count, 1, 2. Maxx powers out of that, 2 count.
Little Dynasty boy. Wait a minute. In Maxx, Shane Dynasty and Jason does just sneak back in the ring. And here we have again TWD back at ringside. I guess Roland Alexander. And here we have Mark Smith. Mark Smith coming to ringside to help out Michael Modest. And thank God someone has finally stepped up to help against these hooligans here at ringside.
Mark Smith, the big buffalo, coming out, making sure nothing interferes with this matchup. Modest into the downward spiral. Modest taking a little earlier punishment, has to roll over, get the cover. This could be it.
And Mark Smith just dragging down Shane and Jason from ringside. And finally, Michael Modest
thought it was Maxx just behind him, turned it around, nailing the referee match victory. Obviously a big mistake by Michael Modest here, trying to rewrite the ref.
And we're back in the same situation that we were at the last Silver Creek show. We're left with no referee. What to expect? I have no idea. Does Shane and Jason have a plan? Most likely. Does Jason have a referee shirt? Who knows? Michael Modest picking up Maxx with a Death Valley driver. Here he comes with the Reverend DVD and nails down, but there's no referee to go to count. And little Dynasty going to the ring, and Mark Smith telling Dynasty to get down from ringside. And Maxx is down for the count, and what's Mark doing? I have no idea, but Mark is making sure that Shane and Jason don't get in the ring, but Modest still is not aware the ref is out for the count.
Mark Smith making sure that there's a clean winner in this matchup. Modest going out, attacking little Dynasty boy, bringing him in the ring. Doesn't look good for the little guy here. The bodyguard of Shane Dynasty.
And here you have Modest picking up little Dynasty boy.
What does he have
taking
planned?
him up to the second rope. And oh my God, I don't see anything good coming from this, John.
Lord.
Second rope, he's taking him up. Could it be the Death Valley driver? Yes, it is. From the second rope, here you go. Good night, nurse.
Off the second turnbuckle with the Death Valley driver. Wait, Mark Smith at the clothesline. What's going on here?
Mark Smith, the young rookie here in APW, has turned and shown his true colors. And here comes Matt Fisher with the count. Once again, TWD and Shane Dynasty.
Total world domination once again, has a plan and takes the Universal title once again around the waist of Maxx Justice.
Somehow these guys have gotten to Mark Smith, a young rookie here in APW. Who knows what they have promised him, what they told him, what they're going to do for him. But he is now turned his back on APW and taken the side of Jason Dandridge, Mr. 20%. And again, there you have it, Maxx Justice.
The grin, the ear to ear, once again.
There you have it. He's well aware. He's a 5-time APW Universal Champion. And not are they happy enough with winning the belt. They're taking the boots to Michael Modest after a vicious clothesline from Mark Smith. Michael Modest, what to do, who to turn to. Icebox has turned on him. Little Dynasty boy has turned on him. And now Mark Smith has turned on him. And here we have this SOB Shane Dynasty saying a couple words.
Man, once again, total world domination, shocking us, tricking us all.
They're calling Mark Smith Bison. Bison Smith, and Matt Fisher has no idea what has gone on tonight. He makes it 3 count, but without even knowing what took place in the ring. And Mark Smith just added insult to injury, standing on Michael Moss's back as he dons the new TWD t-shirt.
I guess this is the official creation of Mark Smith into the total world domination. But obviously, they've had this plan worked out for a week leading up to this matchup. I cannot believe
what's
Mark
Roland
Smith.
to do? What is Roland Alexander to do? They get rid of Icebox, they fire on their own Icebox, and they replace him with Mark Smith. Roland bans him from ringside, they sneak back in. Roland Alexander and Dave Williams for the Pro Ring Council are going to have to figure something out to put an end to these. And here you have Vinny Massaro, Boyce LeGrande.
There's Cherry Bomb, who was attacked earlier by Total World Domination. Nathaniel Sweet, Boyce LeGrande, Vinny Massaro clearing the ring. Michael Modest getting his hands on Mr. 20%.
Oh, and revenge is so sweet.
Big Death Valley drama. Michael Modest taking his frustrations out on Mr. 20% there. Vinny Massaro getting in the face of Jason Dedrich. I'm telling you, these Total World Domination guys have got to be stopped. Mark Smith, man, I've talked to this guy before. Great young kid. I cannot believe what he did here tonight. Just a travesty, Gabe.
You have Nathaniel Sweet holding his neck, showing the effects of Maxx Justice putting a beating to him earlier here in the show this evening. And Cherry Bomb even getting her little blows in there on Mr. 20% Jason Dedrich. Jason has to understand that he's going to have to pay somehow, some way. Big body slam.
Boyce LeGrande sending to the top. Big frog splash on Mr. 20% Jason Dedrich.
And what I don't understand is why isn't Shane Dynasty or anyone from TWD making an effort to save Jason from this brutal beating?
It looks like Maxx Justice happy. He's got his championship back. He don't care about nothing else other than that. Cherry Bomb making a win. Earlier she was attacked by the Total World Domination. Looks like we have a little standoff here in the ring. Jason Dedrich taking abuse, the frog splash, the DVD. And there you have the new APW Universal Champion. And also there's a new member of Dynasty Incorporated, TWD, Mark, the Big Buffalo Smith.